Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whispergrass, and I'm doing another prompt for July Junk Journal Challenge 2025, hosted by Lee's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. The hashtag is JJC2025, and I am doing the prompt antique pattern. And antique is anything 100 years old or older. That's what antique is. And this is for day 21 for the 29th of July, but you can jump in at any time. It is an open challenge. It's for the whole month of July. You can show your makes here on YouTube, Instagram, and Lee has also created a private Facebook. I will link her video below so you can pop down there and go watch her video and see all about it. And let's go ahead and get into it. I love this pattern. This pattern is many years old. I looked it up. They first used this pattern, 300 AD? I don't know, whatever those dates are. I might be saying them totally wrong, but it's been around for well over 100 years. And it's called damask. And I've always called it damask. I looked it up, 3 different platforms, and it is pronounced damask. So now I know, but this is what I found in my stash. I love this pattern, just didn't know it was that old of a pattern. It can be fruit, it can be floral, it can be whatever, but just the general pattern is damask, and it is definitely an antique pattern. But I had some gray scrap and I figured I would use it for my tag base. Let's go ahead and just get this glued down, and we will go to the rest of it. Let's get some glue on here and get it glued down. Okay, we have that glued down. Let's just put that aside. And I'm just going to pop it under here for a moment, so when it's drying, it will dry flat. There we go. Okay, now what I have somewhere I have some pictures that I thought would be really fun from Tracy Fox Creative Peculiar Incidents at Potter's Infirmary. These are some that I had left over from a project I did. And I thought that one of these, since there's kind of some gray and black colors in the staircase, looks like 2 sisters, 3 sisters, possibly, maybe mother, daughter, granddaughter, who knows, and then another one. I think I like the 3. Might have to cut it down quite a bit, but I think that's the one I'm going to use. That would look good on that damask antique pattern that I have. So let's see, what else do we have? I did go ahead, because I knew all the pictures had women in them. I'm going to use this enchantress, a woman who uses magic or sorcery, often to put someone under a spell. That's funny. Love that. Went ahead and distressed it and all that business. So that's good to go. So we have the picture. We might, I don't know, this might be thick enough to make into a pocket. We might do that. Let's see if this is dry enough so we can just trim it out. I think that'll work. There we go. I think that looks good, and you could, what do you call that? Journal on the back of it, and with white, silver, gold, any colors like that. I love to use the metallic markers and gel pens to journal on dark colors. Okay, so we'll go back to the front. Let's see how they will fit in here, about like that. How about we just trim this up a little bit and make this into a pocket? That will be fun. Just gonna got it all squiggly and jagged. I think that'll be fun. There we go. And the bottom. Add a little interest to it. I'm going to trim this off a bit, but leave it straight, and we will just cut us a little notch so we can see it's a pocket. A little bit off, quite a bit off. That'll work. That will be great. That was a 2-inch circle punch. Okay, I like that. Let's see which color would be better to ink it with. We'll do black. Black soot. There we go. I like that. Okay, let's see. Do we want to put the Enchantress down here? I think that will work. About like that. Because I want a lot of that, the damask pattern to show. We can do it crooked. We don't have, it doesn't have to be all perfectly straight. What do we want to do? Some black lace possibly. That might be pretty. Just kind of like that. I like that. What about if we put a scrap of, that would be, wait a minute, hold on. Let's see before we dismiss it. Yeah, I don't really like that. Okay, well, pretty much like this right here. Don't want it to be all straight or anything, and just want it to be on there. Okay, now let's go ahead and glue these Enchantresses down. For a pocket about there. There we go. That looks like that is their wallpaper in the background. Let's see, do we like it like that, or do we just want a little bit of a scrap behind it? Just a little bit of a scrap, I think. Kind of like that. Let's trim this off. Just a small piece right there. Let's put down some Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Fix, whichever one it is. Just put a bit down here. I'm hanging off a little bit. That might be pretty, like that. This, let's just go with it being a little askew there. I don't want it all just perfectly placed. Let's see. I have some pretty gold here. That might be pretty behind there. Let's do that. Needs a little something. Get my little mess here. See if we can get enough to just go behind that. Might need to use more than one, but that's fine. Always fun to get the ends in. Ooh, lots of ends. There we go. go. That was fun. Okay, let's see how we want this here. That way or up that way. Let's put a little bit more of a sprig down there at the bottom. Just tying it together so we can possibly get it to be where we want it to be, maybe. We'll see here. There we go. A little bit up here. I know, it's a little fiddly, but I'll get it placed how I want it. Eventually. Okay, that goes up there, that goes around there. Just wanted more out there to the side. This way or this way. This is going to be a problem, so we want it in there. There we go. Okay, let me get some of this Fabrifix on here so we can possibly lasso this gold thread to where we want it to be. Okay. Here we go. I think that is just about where I want it to be. This needs to be tucked under here. There. Okay, I will smash that down a bit. I think that is just about what I wanted. Yeah, I'll have to set something on top of it to get that to stay in place. That won't be a problem, but I like that. I wonder if we should use some gray to make a pocket. I don't know. Let's see what we have over here. Let's see, we have a rib cage, an eyeball, a brain. I don't think I want any of those on there. What else do we have? We still have more of these tickets. What if we put tickets, tags, actually they're tags. What if we backed it on this gray? That might work and it would all tie in together. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's glue this on. See if we have enough. Okay, there's one. Let's go ahead and do the other one. There we go. We'll let that dry for just a moment. I wonder if I have something I can put on these. Let's see. How about we just, we'll use some of this. We'll just poke a tiny hole with the crocodile. Just poke a tiny hole there and put some of that gold. That will tie that in. Let's go ahead and do the hole for the eyelet. Right about there. That'll work. And we'll go ahead and use the flower eyelet. There we go. Go ahead and set the eyelet. looks good. I like how it's all looking. That's away. Okay, let's see. Anything else? These need to dry just a moment before I cut them out. See if I have anything that we could put. I just kind of like these the way they are. Just do. So I'm going to leave them like that. Scissors, here we go. Let's cut these out. There we go. Let's get the other one cut out here. Okay, just left a little tiny gray border on the sides and on the bottom. Tie that in. I think that will look great. There we go. Okay, let's do a small, really small hole right here. These. Now let's get some gold. See if we can get some gold to put through here. We might need one of these. This is just a collapsible beading needle. You can use it for pretty much anything. Let's just there we go. Just makes it easier for me. Just snip this off. Just want a little bit of gold. Let me move this over so we can get up in the camera here. Probably about that much will be great. I'm just going to tie it. There we go. I think that looks good. We'll just do the other one here real quick. There we go. Let's just get them trimmed just a bit. We can always trim more, but I think that's just enough color on there. There we go. I think that is just perfect. We don't need anything else on those. And there we have it. This is for July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. I'll leave all the information below and the video, Lee's video, information video, so you can go watch that. It's an open challenge, and this is for day 21, and the prompt is antique pattern, which I used the mask pattern, which is definitely an antique pattern, over 100 years old. And this is for July 29th. And I'm Bex with Buckless for Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.